It is Wednesday, April the 18th, 2018. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am back in downtown Fernandina Beach, Florida. And this is mostly because for the past couple of days, I haven't really done much more than just stay in my camper and really buckle down on all my paperwork. That's all the tracking and bookkeeping and stuff that I've just kind of procrastinated on too long, and it's piled up on me, and now I've got to really hit it hard. And sitting in that little camper for 2 days, essentially staring at nothing but numbers, has really kind of taken a toll on me. It's getting a little depressing, so I'm taking a break from that this afternoon and getting out here and doing a few things just for my own mental health. First thing I did was go by Cat's Angels out here in Fernandina. It's a little cat rescue slash thrift store, and I went to see Gina, which is one of the cats they've got out here. I've been coming to see her for a few times now just to get a feel for her personality, because I'm considering adopting her, but I don't really want to pull the trigger on it, like I said, until I get everything worked out. But you guys can see she's got quite a little personality on her. She's a little tabby bobtail, about 8 years old, and the clipped ear just means that she was once a stray that was picked up by Humane Society and fixed, and so to indicate that she was fixed, they had snipped one ear off. She's not real mouthy, she doesn't talk too much. She likes affection, but when she's done being petted, she's done being petted. She doesn't want to be petted any more than what she approves of. So I'm thinking about adopting her. You guys, after looking at some of these videos, tell me what you think. Okay, so now let's get on out here to Fernandina and do a little more walking around, let you guys see a few more things that I think is interesting about this little town. First thing is something that I forgot to mention last time. I featured the Palace Saloon. Again, this is the oldest continuously operating saloon in America. This is not the original bar. There was a fire in here. This is a very rustic looking bar. They've made it look as old as possible, but it's not the original. The original one came out here, and this row of tiles that you see on the ground, I believe this is here to cover up what used to be here. There was a gutter or a trench here. And the idea was that if you were at the bar and you were like so slap silly drunk that you couldn't even walk to the bathroom, you could pee into the trench and it would just drain on out. So the phrase belly up to the bar really has that kind of origin. That's what it meant. It meant that you could get yourself so drunk that you could not walk to the privy, and you could go ahead and relieve yourself right there at the bar and continue to drink. So that's just one of the things they did back then. The other thing of note is Amelia Island Coffee. While the coffee house is very neat looking and there's quite the old world ambiance to it, that is not the thing of note that really stood out to me. The thing that really stood out to me was, believe it or not, the bathroom. So let's go take a look at that. I'm in the bathroom area now, and just take a look at this. I'm going to stand on my tiptoes. Yeah, my head is touching the ceiling. This is their bathroom area. It really looks like they just took a bathroom out of the back of a yacht or a big houseboat or something and just dropped it in the back of this restaurant. And then when you open the door to the bathroom, take a look at this. Here's the doorway to the bathroom, right here. Just a little bit on my tiptoes. I could just, if I was a few inches taller, I could bang my head on this bathroom door. And then beside that bathroom, there's a tiny little hallway to go to the second bathroom. There's not to be anybody in here, but it's the same kind of deal. This is the hallway into the second bathroom. I mean, it's like, I can put my elbows on either side like this. It's that narrow. Okay, so you guys don't know exactly why the bathrooms are so small, but
they're technically rumors said that there was an illegal dentistry in the building above us.
There was an illegal dentistry, well.
Yeah, and this used to be like a grocery store.
Yeah.
This was a grocery store.
It's been a coffee shop for just about as long as I've been here, though.
So, being as this was kind of a city that was founded by pirates, you can imagine they're not real concerned about building codes anyway, right?
No,
especially when they were building.
No, not at all.
So, alright, well, there you go. Another fixture that's loved by the locals out here is this little place, the Green Turtle Tavern, and it's really known for all the signatures up on the rafters outside in the eaves. So as you can see, over the years, this area has collected tons and tons of little signatures. I think they're doing it mostly in chalk now so they can wipe it off and give a chance to somebody else to put more signatures up. It is a tradition out here. Come get your dinner, leave your name, leave a little drawing, leave a date, leave a saying, and then it's all part of the Green Turtle Tavern. Thank you to the employees of that Amelia Island Coffee for allowing me to do that short video. I know they were not completely comfortable with being on camera, but they were good sports about it. So go see Amelia Island Coffee. They've got fantastic coffee. I'm drinking a chai tea latte here. Okay, so now I'm going to walk down this street about half a mile. We're going to go see the Amelia Island Museum of History to try to get a little more idea of the long history behind this little city. And just like that, here we are in front of the Amelia Island Museum of History. As you're walking in, they've got this neat little toy over here. You just pull out your little stick on the top, and you can play this like a little xylophone. Kind of fun. It's probably there just to amuse the field trip groups as they're waiting on their turn to go in. Looks like this first room is dedicated to the long history in Amelia Island of fishing and shrimping, but not just catching and processing of them, but also the building of shrimp boats and nets. This is a nice little model of a net-making factory that was here for a long time. And you can even see the finished nets hanging out here to cure. They've got some examples of the different types of netting that they manufactured through the years, and they called them shrimp trolls. Trolls, like a trolley motor, I guess. So don't murder me in the comments if I'm pronouncing that wrong. This room is a replica of one of the old jailhouses, and over here on this wall you've got this gun right here, this pretty little 25 caliber ladies gun that was responsible for changing police policy in the area. It comes along with this little story that in the early years deputies were not allowed to touch females in the process of arresting them. On one occasion, as a matron was preparing an arriving female for booking, a gun fell out of her bra. The woman had ridden all the way to the jail in a patrol car with the gun on her body. After that happened, deputies were allowed to touch women in the center of their chest to ensure they were not concealing a weapon. So this one pretty little 25 caliber Saturday Night Special ladies gun was responsible for permanently changing police procedure policy on Amelia Island. And then over here in this case, we've got a few things that have been taken off of drug dealers in the area. You got your famous blackjack there, the butterfly blade, but this right here, there was a drug dealer caught carrying a short katana. And first thing I thought when I saw that was his name by any chance McLeod? Did he have the blood of kings? What was his story? Check out this old style wheelchair from the 1800s. Seems like you would really get a crook in your back trying to turn those relatively small wheels compared to our modern day wheelchairs. And you can tell they were really going from the model of just a regular porch chair. Just put some wheels on it. That'll work. Oh, what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early on the morning. On this, our newest model of ship's wheel, you have the compass conveniently located right here where you can see it. Just tilt your head down and you'll know which direction you're going. Right here, they've actually got a section, a panel of this wall dedicated to the history of the Palace Saloon. So instead of me just doing some speculating, let's read some actual facts. It looks like the building was bought by a German immigrant in 1901, and that's when it was turned into a gentleman's bar. And here's a picture of that. And you can actually see the trench that you were supposed to pee in. There's a little grate. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little better. Okay, that's the best I can do. You can see there's a little grate right there, and that was the little trench that went below the bar that you were allowed to pee in if you were too drunk to move. So there's that. Here it is right after its restoration in the 1950s. And it's actually saying that it's the oldest operating saloon in Florida, so not in the United States. I thought for sure it was the United States. And then here we go. This is the fire that happened in 1999. And by that point, the city did take a lot of pride in the historical value of the Palace Saloon, and they worked quickly together to restore the place. But a lot of its original features and artifacts were destroyed in the fire, unfortunately. So there you go. A little wall dedicated to artifacts and history of the Palace Saloon. In this room you can learn about the Native Americans that were occupying Amelia Island before the Spanish Europeans even got here. And they were called the I don't know how to pronounce this. I want to say Timucu. While I don't exactly know how to pronounce this word, I do recognize that these were the same Native Americans that were occupying St. Augustine and said to be in possession of the Fountain of Youth, and they would live long lives. But most of that was just because of clean living, walking everywhere, eating good, clean seafood, and drinking spring water. So they could live to be into their 80s, which was unheard of in the 1800s. So the Spanish believe that the spring water out here gave them the secret to long life, and they called it the Fountain of Youth. Then right here you can see the attempts that the Spanish made to convert the natives to Roman Catholicism. They've even got a little chunk of the excavation area in this box here. So that's kind of neat. They found a lot of bodies out here. And then we come into the last room, and it looks like this room is dedicated to all the controversy of the 1960s with all the hippies protesting the Vietnam War and all the turmoil going on during that time. And that is it for the Amelia Island Museum of History. Well, it's about time I got back to my paperwork, but before I do, I would like to go ahead and eat something really weird for this episode. You didn't think I was going to go through even a chill episode without doing that at least once. That brings us out to Shuckers, a little local secret tucked in here behind this gas station. Late at night, the locals come out here and fill up this outdoor dining area and really patronize this place to death. I'm coming in here for lunch. Hopefully it won't be as crowded. Oh, look at this. Ain't nobody in here right now. This is the menu item I'm going after today. This is Conch Fritters. You guys probably know Conch as that spiral type shell that you can pick up that some people can blow it like a trumpet. They're edible, and these guys make fritters out of them. Of course, they are fried, but that's what we're going to have today. Alright, they just came out. This is a hush puppy over here, and these are the Conch Fritters. They look like hush puppies, a little darker. There is a nugget of conch in the middle there, so let's go ahead and dip it and do the taste test. Honestly, what's not going to taste good once it's been fried this much? I mean, whatever. Here we go. It is delicious, actually. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's a lot like shrimp, really. It's got that shellfish flavor to it. Really good. Well, that is going to be it for this one, guys. It's about time for me to get back to the camper and really buckle down and hit that paperwork hard for the rest of the day. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Leave comments, leave questions, leave suggestions, share the video with your friends. I love you guys, and I will see you again on the next video.